Hello Aries and Cross Watchers, welcome to Mystic High Priestess Tarot. This is a general collective reading for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Not everything in this reading will resonate with you. Take what resonates, apply it, leave what doesn't for somebody else. We are all on different timelines, and if this timeline or story doesn't resonate with you at all, there are other readers that may be reading your timeline. I have cleansed my space, pre-shuffled the cards, and meditated on them. This will cover singles and couples and career. This is for the month of August of 2022. If you do resonate with any of this or you like how I read, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps other people who need to get this message the ability to be able to reach it. Please be aware, there are scammers out there. I'll never reach out to you for a personal reading, anything like that. That information is in the description box of this. So if you do want a personal reading, please reach out to me. And don't, fall for any of the scammers out there that are, trying to collect on you. I am not on any other types of social media, so no WhatsApp, no Instagram, no Twitter. No TikTok, none of that stuff, so you won't be able to reach me through any of those sources. And this is about the only way to get a hold of me via the information in the description box below. Okay, on that note, I am going to let you know I do a 9-card spread, generally for the weeklies. Interesting. However, I am going to do a Celtic cross for the monthlies. So since this is for August of 2022, I am going to do a cross spread for you, and we'll explain it as we go. I also use clarifiers once we have the main spread laid out. So if you do want to see the 9-card past, present, and future spread, you'll have to join me for the weeklies, which generally I do the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th week of the month. For the first week of the month, I just do the monthlies for you. Okay, and a little bit about me. I am an active medium and a high priestess, which I have been doing for decades now. Okay, and I'm sorry, I was just getting some messages, which I'm going to share with you in just a moment here. During your pre-shuffle, it does appear, Aries, that there is a high concentration on finances or career. What I was really picking up on is planting seeds, waiting for something to blossom. Well, you're probably struggling a little bit financially and juggling a lot of different things. You could possibly also be in a career that you want to expand on and it's just really not going anywhere. The base message to that is to go back to your youth. Figure out what it was that you wanted to be when you were younger. Follow that path, because what you're in right now is burdening you. Whether it be a relationship, whether it be your career, somebody maybe you just started dating, or maybe the lack of a relationship, it does appear that there is some stagnation and issues going on with that. But if you go back to your youth and you figure it out, what you wanted, you're going to remove that burden, and you're going to be very successful in it, whichever it is. Now, this could even be reigniting a relationship from the past, some type of reconciliation that's on your mind, some type of career that you maybe quit early on, or you thought you would never be able to be successful at it, or never had the opportunity, something that you had a passion for in your youth. You may want to take another look at that. And youth could be, it doesn't have to be when you're a teenager or a small child. It could be just, let's say you're 60. What direction did you want your life to go in when you were about 50? Something like that. So something from the past. And plan a strategy for it. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to cut the deck. That's good. And we are going to get on with your spread. Okay, so we have the Emperor in the center here, with the Page of Swords blocking that. What you're aware of is High Priestess, past Ace of Cups. This is probably going to be more of a love reading. And then we have the Moon. Two of Swords, and forgive me, I'm going to move these over a little bit because I just set the camera up and I'm not sure how it's picking all of these up here. Yeah, that's within reason, I guess. Page of Cups, Death card, Ace of Swords, and Temperance. It's actually really, really nice. Overall energy for the month is the Chariot. Yep, you're definitely moving in a new direction. No doubt about that. Okay, so what's going on is in the month of August, you need to take ownership or control over something. You need to be the emperor of your life and go in the direction that maybe, somebody had told you, for example, in a relationship, oh, that person would never be interested in you. Or even you've told yourself that. Keep in mind, you need to now be that emperor. You need to be the ultimate ruler. You need to be the one who takes control. What is stopping you from doing that is this Page of Swords. So there could be other outside energies that are influencing you in a way that is blocking your emperor energy from being able to come through, for blocking you from being able to have stability, a firm foundation in whatever direction you want to go, whether it be love or career. And part of this could be, somebody's stalking you, watching you, commenting on things in social media of yours that is, putting things in a negative light and changing the way you're thinking. So keep in mind, don't let those people block you from being the emperor. You have to believe in yourself. It doesn't matter who else believes in you. If you believe in yourself, others will follow. What you know this to be true. You know deep down inside with the High Priestess energy here that this is just a bunch of hogwash, so to speak. All these blocks people are putting in your way. You being worried about what other people are going to think is probably more prevalent. So if it's a relationship that you've thought of exploring but you haven't, you're very concerned what other people think. You know deep down inside it was meant for you, okay? But this blockage here, by caring what other people think, is going to stop you. And the reason I'm really focusing on love is because we do have Ace of Cups. Now, that still can be a career situation, so it's something you always wanted to do. Let's say you wanted to be a musician. You know some guitar, but you haven't really explored it because everyone's like, oh, don't, or maybe you sing something like that and you haven't gotten enough validation. All these people, these naysayers, have made you doubt your abilities. You know deep down inside you've got the talent. You just have to be the emperor and go for it. Do what your heart is telling you to do, whatever you had a passion for, a love for. Now is the time for you to move forward in that direction. What's hovering over this is some type of secret, something that maybe this particular situation, this career, or this relationship you want to delve into, you're finding it needs to be a secret or needs to be kept secret. This person could already be in a relationship. They could be married. You could be married or in a relationship and not sure, if you leave that for this, you could be the one who's empty-handed. It's very possible that that could happen. What I always recommend is to be honest and faithful from the start, but I think we're going to see that that happens regardless here in the month of August. So this secret, it's looming above you and haunting you. Or what if this person found something out about you? Or what if, you made a fool of yourself in some way, shape, or form? So you have these doubts in your mind that you're not expressing. In the near future, we do see the Two of Swords. So you are going to be confronted with the ability to move in this direction from the past, this love that you wanted so badly, whether it be the type of career or some type of hobby or, a actual love relationship. You're going to find conflict in that because in the near future, you're going to have to make a blind decision. It's either do it or let it die. One of the two. And you are truly going to have to take a walk of faith to do that. Now that's near future. We're going to find out what the extended future also offers for you. How you feel about it is you feel some regret. There's a little bit of regret about the past and not exploring it the way you should have. You feel sorry. Maybe this is something you want to reconcile with somebody. Did you have an affair on somebody? Did you cheat on somebody? Did you divorce somebody? Or walk away from something that it could have been really beautiful and now you're in full regret over what you've done. And that's what you're feeling inside, that nobody really can touch. They don't sense that because you're putting on this image. Now, how other people see it is people see you transforming. There is death. I do not see this as any type of physical death that is going to be experienced. This is definitely more of a transformational death where you actually see the path in front of you clear and beautiful and bright, and you can go down it, or others see your expansion into different areas, and believe it or not, they're going to believe in you. So you don't see that, but that's how others see you. What your hopes and fears are is the Ace of Swords, which is the truth, a whole new truth. And that's where this moon comes from, this big secret. It's part of your hope to get it out and have people accept it. The other part of this is that they're not going to accept it, and it's your huge fear. But it's bringing the truth out about this secret that may expose you or make you feel exposed to others. Now, oftentimes I'll be honest with you, and this is definitely not, I don't feel a high number of people are going to relate to this, but this is generally something I will see when someone's coming out of the closet, whether it be gay, transgender, bisexual, something like that, where, let's say, for example, you're a female and all of a sudden you realize you have an attraction to another female, that you, an urge, something that you've just never felt before. You may have, but you just always put it in the back of your mind, and now all of a sudden, you're like completely crushing on somebody of the same sex. Now, like I said, this is a limited amount of people. However, that is where the secret may have to be revealed, and will people accept it or not? And that's where you feel very tied and bound, and just having to shut your eyes and make a decision and hope it's all going to come out for the good. And these people here are definitely going to say, oh, no, 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 that's not you. The same way as if you want to be a musician, for example, and people go, oh, no, 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 you would never make it in that field, type thing. So I just want to put that out there, because I do feel very strong energy that there are some of you that have never really experienced this type of desire that all of a sudden is hitting you, and you're changing, you're transforming, and you don't even know where it's coming from. But it is something that is drawing in from a love, a passion that you have, or this could also be something coming towards you, okay, where you're just kind of not expecting it, and then you're going to have to make a decision. Now, the long-term future is patience. Just having patience. There's a higher power, I generally call this my angel card, where the angels are trying to make a good ebb and flow for you, so that over time, all of this turmoil that seems to be being conducted within you about this decision that you're going to have to make will be peaceful. You just have to let it take time. If you get naysayers or you get negativity in the beginning, don't let that distract you from your plan. Prior to doing the reading, I did get the Seven of Pentacles several times. That is planting seeds for something to grow. So I knew that that was going to be very prevalent in this, that there are seeds planted. Sometimes that we don't plant the seeds. Okay, sometimes those seeds are planted by the universe or God as the source in itself. And my source is, the divine one for me is God, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I hope that does not offend you. That is who guides me, and Archangel Michael is also my main guide. So that's who I read through. And basically what they're saying is they may have planted the seeds for you some time ago, and now it's time for that to come, for that to blossom and grow, okay? So this could even be something that surprises you completely out of nowhere in the month of August. And your overall energy is the Chariot here. So with the Chariot, we are seeing black and white combining into that gray zone, but you're taking control of that and you're ready to move in a new direction. So whatever this is, this transformation everybody else is seeing, is you moving in a direction that you feel confident you've got the strength to do it. Now let's go ahead. I do 2 clarifiers on each card. Let's go ahead and clarify this Emperor energy first. Alright, so we have on the Emperor, which is your base foundation, and that is exactly what you're trying to build. You are wounded in some way, and you have gone within you're using wisdom to make this choice. And whatever this is, there's going to be these naysayers that are trying to block you. You've been wounded in the past by whatever this is that you're going forth on. And you're going to easily be reminded of these negative thoughts that either you've had or somebody else has expressed. And you need to use your inner wisdom. You need to go within. When this starts feeling like it's wounding you and you feel weak, you're trying to be the Emperor here. Don't let this weakness get the best of you. Give it one more chance, one more try. Oftentimes I will see this in reconciliations. So this could be something from your past that you want to bring back to life. You've learned a lot. There was a lot of wounding. I hate to do this because I know a lot of people don't want things back from their past, but this definitely feels like a divorced energy. Whether you divorced yourself from a career that you really loved, or a person, or a family, it's almost as if you've been so wounded, but you're coming back stronger with a solid foundation, and you're using the wisdom that you've learned in this interim, and you're giving it one more try. So let's see what these naysayers and all of this, Page of Swords is definitely my gossip card as well. A lot of people whispering and saying a lot of negative things, and that is stopping you from really moving forward. We have Death energy again, so yes, there's going to be a lot of talk. As you try to move in this direction, they're going to be talking about your transformation here. So that's where we're seeing the primary energy here. Quick, fast energy moving in about you transforming. And a lot of people putting their nose where it don't belong. The beauty of this is, though, they are seeing your transformation. The thing is, you probably, especially as an Emperor and an Aries, are going to be not wanting all of this negative attention. And most Aries are emperors, so to speak. The Aries sign is the Emperor. So in a way, it's you being yourself and people not being responsive or accepting it, because there's a huge part of you that is changing. And we see that over here where people are noticing it, and sure enough, they're talking about it. Okay, so this is telling us that your transformation is so noticeable that people are talking. Do not let any negative energy get the best of you. Keep in mind, for a lot of you, this talk could be good talk, where, oh my gosh, finally they're going to do this. They're coming out of their shell. They're, going to explore something different. So it does not have to all be negativity. However, the Page of Swords does, for me as a reader, and what I'm primarily picking up on is that it is going to feel negative to you. That the people aren't going to be as supportive. So you really are going to have to find your Aries natural energy and fight through it. Let's validate this High Priestess. Yes, you know, and this is definitely something you're very, very passionate about. So High Priestess is your inner knowing. You got the message. You know it. You're in balance. Okay, but sometimes we don't want to listen to what our gut is telling us. It just, how can that possibly happen? How can that possibly be true? Well, it can be true because the Hierophant, a higher power, is giving you these messages, and that's where everything always comes from. The High Priestess energy comes from a higher power, which is a Hierophant, okay, type energy. So it also could be some type of religious connotation, you know, if you want to put it towards that. But, you know, I generally do not read it that way. The Ace of Wands is passion. There is a passion ignited inside of you that needs to be released, and you're well aware. You know what it is, and this is all under the surface. This is stuff you're not exposing, but you are well aware. It's coming from a higher source. Your ability to move forward in this new direction, and I'm telling you, you probably definitely should do it. Well, let's look at the Ace of Cups. What is this love that you have from the past? This is really going to define more towards whether it's love or career. Something that you rejected before. Oh, and it cost you. Yeah, this is very, very emotional for you. So this was something that you cared very deeply for on a highly emotional level, and you rejected it at one point because you looked at everything else that was out there. So something came across your life. This could be, again, high reconciliation. You know, if you're divorced or you left somebody, you rejected what the divine had assigned for you because you were distracted by everything else, or you just didn't think it was going to be good enough, or you weren't going to be successful enough with it. So you tried putting on a front and rejecting that offer, which ended up causing great sadness, because when you went for all those other things, notice there's your 3 cups there, here's your 3 cups tipped over. So when you went for those other options, because there seemed 3 versus 1, if you have, you know, the odds were better for you if you went for those 3 versus the one thing that was given to you. So you went for the better odds, but against all odds, this one thing was meant for you. You were supposed to go in a certain direction that you declined. Could have been stubborn, could have been bored with it, didn't, you know, see any longevity of something. You know, sometimes we get in relationships, for example, or careers where it feels stagnant, and you could have been in that where you decide, I just need to walk away from this. This just isn't suiting for me. I'm going to, you know, go for all those other things that look real appealing. You did, and now it's all tipped over. It's gone. But when you're not noticing, so there's a huge sadness that you're carrying about this with you. Going forward, going, oh gosh, I can't have it back. I can't have it back. It was a one-time deal. It's over. I'm, you know, not going to get anything out of it. But you can. It's still back there. This is huge for love. Okay, these are major love cards for me because they carry a lot of emotion. You can definitely relate it to career, that maybe you went the wrong way with your career and you left your passion behind. Go for it. Turn around and face the truth, because it's still there waiting for you. This is wonderful on the Ace of Cups, because this can relate to twin flames, the person you were destined to be with. So this is the past coming into your current situation as reconciliation. As I said, something is definitely coming out from your past that you were being given a great second chance towards, as long as you can be the emperor and walk away from all this naysayer energy. Do the transition, do the change, and let people talk. You have to be you. You cannot be afraid, as you're going to in the future. And most likely that's what we're going to find here with this moon energy. What is this big secret that is looming above that Aries is so terrified of being subjected to? Devil, yep, it's a passion, an obsession that you have, and maybe people don't know about it. So let's say this again, this just truly has coming out of the closet energy, not always in a relationship or sexual way. This is coming out of the closet about something like you might come out as a singer, or want to play violin. Let's say you want to play violin, but you're this big burly lumberjack, okay? Most people are going to look at a lumberjack and be like, a violin, a tiny little violin, you're going to play that. that doesn't exactly suit you or fit you, and it's been your passion, okay? And I know that's a really weird analogy, and I have no idea. I mean, I just say what Spirit gives me, and that's the picture they put in my head. So we're just gonna go with it, okay? But it's even something like that. Everybody can relate to it. That it's an obsession, it's a passion that you have had, that, but you're tied to something else and you can't explore it. So it's a deep secret. Now this is also my fetish card. Okay, so Aries, you might have, let's take BDSM fetish. Okay, um, let's say you're a closeted person who likes, bondage, or maybe you love feet, or something that way, and it can be in a sexual nature, and you've just hidden this so long. Again, this is somebody coming out of the closet. So if all of a sudden you realize you have feelings for the same sex, or transgendered, or um, having issues like that, this is a coming out of the closet. This is, you know, you needing to release it, and this is you taking a stand. You're going to do it. This is the direction everyone wants you to go in, general society, what people are telling you you need to be, or where you need to go. This is the other path, that you're going to hold the earth in your hands, the world, and you are going to hold tight to this, and you've chosen a direction. Choosing that direction means your secret is exposed. It means this obsession that you have, that you think nobody else is going to understand. You are going to be left alone. You're going to have to handle a lot of criticism for whatever it is you choose to do, whether it be career or love, or even making a personal decision about yourself. You're going to take a stand, and you're going to take the world by storm. That's your advice. These second cards are always the advice cards for me. So here the advice is not to get caught up in all of the rumors. The advice is to find your inner wisdom. The advice here is follow your passion. Start it. It's a passion that's okay. God is saying it's okay. How do I know God is saying that? Because he's right here, in a way. The Hierophant is your higher source, God, who's giving you the messages to do it. Here's where you walked away. Your advice is, you're sad about it, but turn around. Okay, so there's your advice there. Your advice here is to take a stand and go in that new direction. Take the world by storm. Make your choice. This is your life, and you're being given the ability to make those decisions for yourself. Not be what everybody thinks you should be. Okay, we're all unique individuals, and the more of us that try to fit in some cloned box of doing what everybody wants us to do and being what everybody wants us to be, keeps us stagnant and miserable in life. So it is time, Aries, for you to step out of the box and be who you were meant to be all along. That Emperor, that is Aries right there. It's time for you to be what you were meant to be from the day you were born. Let's look at this decision, this Two of Swords energy coming in your near future here. Emperor, you're going to be up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. However, you're conflicted. So yeah, this decision, you're going to have to make a decision. And it's going to take blind faith. And it's going to be a struggle. And here we see somebody, oh, don't go, don't do that. Maybe don't. And you're like, but I have to. I have to blindfold myself from what everybody else is saying and how everyone else is trying to stop me. Your hands are tied, but they're not. Okay, no matter what, if your hands are tied and you have to turn away and not look at everything that is being directed to you, you need to do that. Why? Because the universe is trying to make you the emperor you're supposed to be, which we saw from our base card here, the Emperor. That's what your goal is in August, and what's stopping you is the naysaying. Okay, so we are seeing in your near future as well, but they're trying to, this decision is, are you going to be the emperor or not? Are you going to take control of your life or not? Are you going to build a solid foundation for yourself or not? What the advice is, Eight of Swords, you're feeling trapped. You're feeling conflicted. You feel imprisoned by this person you've become. And now is the time for you to realize you can get out of that. You can remove that blindfold just like here. They're blindfolded and tied, right? She can remove that really if she wants. She can ask for help to do that. Here's somebody reaching in, either telling her not to go or let me help you. We can look at it two ways, okay? I get the strong feeling this is people coming in when you feel like, oh no, this is all going to be so bad, nobody's going to understand. You're trapped in this mental conflict. The advice is set yourself free. Get out of it. Get out of your head. Don't be trapped by what you think the rest of the world is going to judge you with. Because why? You're the emperor. You rule the empire. This is more than a king, Aries. Aries, you were always meant to be more than a king. You are the emperor. You are the sign of the emperor. Okay? Get out of this mental restriction. Let people help you. But you have to make the decision. This decision is yours to be made. But the advice is to get out of this mental conflict that you have set up for yourself. All right, and I'm sorry this is going a little long. I didn't mean to, but there's so many messages flying through at me right now. Well, let's check out this Page of Cups, what you feel sorry about. And again, we're getting back to the finances. So it's been slow moving. Okay, this apology, this what you feel bad about. You know, a lot of times this is that you've left a career or you've left a person behind and you do feel bad, but you need to move forward. Okay? So it could be what you're feeling bad about is, I'm sorry, but this just isn't right for me. A lot of times this is people in a relationship where they need to move forward and it's slow moving. The Knight is going to move. Okay? So this is showing me what's going to happen. It's going to move slowly. Your advice, be youthful about it. Don't, it's messages. Learn more. This is going to be going very slow, so this isn't going to be a super quick transition, but do all the educating that you can about it. Take a novice approach to whatever it is that you want to move forward on, okay? Don't feel sorry anymore. Instead, go from the Page of Cups to the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Cups is stop being sorry and start moving forward with something new. This is something completely new, Aries. Something is going to walk into your life and it's just going to transition your entire life. You're going to feel like a novice. You're going to feel completely new at it, but you're going to learn a lot about whatever it is you're going forward in, whether it be a relationship or yourself. There's definitely room for growth in all of that. All right, so let's see how other people see this transition of yours. That seems to be what the outside view is here. And there's going to be a lot of disagreement, yes. Okay, so as predicted, this transition is a lot of people bickering and arguing and fighting and causing conflict over whatever transition you're taking in your life. This could be if it's a relationship, a reconciliation, for example. There's going to be bickering and quarreling with you going back to this person. Okay, you could be transitioning and leaving a new relationship to be in an old relationship, something like that. Again, this feels much more like work related because you are going to be working with others, most likely to go back to something that you've previously done, or again, that passion, that new passion that you have. The advice is to work with others to create it. So you are going to need help from others in a way, or being guided. Could be something so new to you that you need the guidance from others, but people are going to be up in arms about it. They're probably not going to be accepting. I'm sorry to say that, Aries. They're not going to be accepting with the direction that you want to go with your life. Sometimes this is leaving a relationship and they're going to bicker and quarrel and argue, and divorce is going to be absolutely miserable. They're going to throw you out with all your belongings when they find out what direction you want to go. It can even be a career where you're doing something really well, this actual energy kind of reminds me of somebody from my past where they had an extremely successful career, made lots of money in the business world, and all of a sudden decided to quit everything and study theology and become a pastor. So the whole family was affected by that. It did not mean that they had to separate or break up. As a matter of fact, their family unit ended up getting stronger over time, but it was huge conflict in their life at that time, and they did have to work with others to be successful at it. So this is giving me a very strong vibe of that. Not that you're going to become a theologian, but that's just, Spirit takes me to the things that I can relate to, that I know. So sometimes you will hear some of those stories. Now let's check this Ace of Swords. What's this truth that you are afraid of? Oh, yes. And you're going to have to juggle for a while. Okay. So whatever direction you're taking is not going to be easy. When you put the truth out there, this truth that you're hopeful of but fearful of is going to feel like a stab in the back. So whatever this desire and passion is by the devil that you have up here that you're taking a stand either for or against, it's going to cause you or others to feel stabbed in the back, betrayed, completely betrayed. Again, and I hate to relate it to this so much, but you could be in a relationship with somebody, married, several children, and then all of a sudden, the truth of the matter is you've really been in love with somebody else. Okay, somebody either from your youth or somebody maybe you were married to before, and you want to go back to that, or coming out of the closet, and everyone is going to feel betrayed. You're going to feel stabbed in the back as well by the reactions you're going to get from people. When you say, hey, I'm a lumberjack who's going to play the violin, and everyone mocks you, you're going to feel completely stabbed in the back. Like how I thought you were my supporters, I thought you were my friends. You're going to have to juggle things for a little bit. Your advice is to juggle it. To not just abandon ship. Do not just close doors, despite the stabbed in the back feeling, whether it's you or them, bringing it. Balance. Try to find a balance in your life. That's the advice on that. Regardless of, if you're stabbing somebody in the back, bounce back and find your balance with that again. Don't let that betrayal of the truth. The truth is going to feel like a complete betrayal, whether it's your truth coming out or somebody else's to you. Now keep in mind, Aries, the shoe could be on the other foot here. So, this could be happening to you instead of this actually happening, for you. So whichever way it works is the way you have to place it in your life. Now let's check out this Temperance here. Your final outcome, which is a little more long-term. Yep, it's going to cause a tower. But it's a dream come true. Boy, the cards are right on. Sometimes I wonder why I clarify, but I think I do it more for you guys than me. But this temperance, this patience, these angels watching over, helping you find this balance that they're advising of right here. This is a little bit longer term, so this could go way past August. Generally, my long terms go out, can it go out 2 to 5 months? So this could be something that happens more even towards the end of the year. But you have to have patience through this tower moment. It's going to feel like everything is completely exploding. Everything is completely gone. You could get thrown out of your home, or someone, could leave your home. It's going to feel like your whole world is falling apart. It really is. Whether it be your career or love, it's going to feel like everything's falling apart. That's why you have to have the patience. And you have to trust that there are higher powers looking out for you. And if you fall from this tower, they're going to catch you. Okay? It's okay to abandon ship, because they're there waiting for you. And why? Here's your advice. The star. The same as we see in the Temperance of the Rider-Waite. It didn't come out. But the Rider-Waite Temperance card is an angel balancing the water between 2 cups. Here we see the water again in 2 cups, but one's going on land and one's going in the water. And there's the star. You're completely naked in this. This is you bearing everything and letting your dream come true. It's a dream come true. It's something that, you wish upon a star and you cannot believe that your wish came true. If you have patience through this Tower moment, and Towers happen to us because they're supposed to. Aries, you've been living in your own shadow for so long that you haven't let your dreams come true. You haven't been able to express yourself the way you need to. You haven't been able to truly be you, and that's why we've seen the Emperor here twice. You're really finally coming out to be able to be you. And that's the most important thing. Now is time for you to step forward. I am going to clarify yet this overall energy of the Chariot. And we get the Chariot. So I love it. And the Page of Swords again, yes. So this is, you know you need to move in this new direction. You got the Chariot as a clarifier. There's going to be movement. Whether, I'll be honest with you, this Tower tells me you can prolong this and prolong this and prolong this, what's happening in August, okay? You have the will to make your own choices and decisions. And I have a feeling, Aries, you're going to try to fight it, okay, a little bit. You're going to try to fight, what releasing yourself and becoming yourself because of these naysayers. This Page of Swords came out again, okay? Trying to stop you. You've got the bull by the horns, so to speak. You can do this. You know what direction you want to go, okay? This could also, and I'm getting super strong Cancer energy, so if you are dealing with a Cancer, this is definitely for you, okay? Or if you have Cancer strongly in your chart, maybe a moon arising, or Venus is your Cancer sign, that would be relating to a love reading. Then you definitely, this is definitely for you. But you need to keep moving forward. In the advice, we have the Page of Swords. Watch, listen, pay attention to things. It's kind of a stalker energy, but in this case, it's an obsessive energy, okay? Move forward and be obsessed with your passion. It's okay to have this devil energy at times and be obsessed with something when it's for your good, okay? So because of your overall energy being move forward, move forward, move forward, keep moving, keep going, you're on the right path. You know it, other people don't. But you need to find that obsession and that passion, and you need to go for it. However, be balanced. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, okay? Make sure that you're balancing things. Because some people or you are going to feel betrayed by some of this stuff, and here's our Tower, but you get a wish come true. The ultimate wish come true. So you're definitely moving in the right direction. I do want to grab an oracle card for you here. Let's take a look at a quick oracle, and I'm so sorry, Aries, that this went so long, but there's a lot going on in your life right now, and I don't want to leave you just hanging with a subtle message. I'm not doing extended readings right now. I'm just doing personals, so if you do want a personal reading, go ahead. Instead of doing the extendeds, I'm doing the full clarifications, and that's probably why these are going to be a little bit longer readings. Okay. So, to be fair, yep, and on the bottom, fork in the road. Beautiful. So we have the numbers 38 and 13 here. So, to be fair, we're talking about judgments. So there's going to be judgments here. Just know that in this judgment, all will be fair. It will be balanced. Okay, this is like the justice card almost. There will be justice in this. So if somebody is turning your life upside down and betraying you in a way, shoe on the other foot of what I basically explained, there will be justice. Don't freak out about it. There's something there for you too, okay, despite what's happening to you. And then fork in the road. It is making that decision. So you've hit the fork in the road. It's time to make the decision. And that's what August is about, for you to really evaluate this stuff. You can be sorry all day long, but there is a new direction you have to go in. It's not going to happen overnight, but you're going to learn about it. And then you did get the, where did we get the here we did, the Two of Wands on our obsession with our secret. That's like the fork in the road as well, making a choice. That was your advice here on this obsession and the secret. You've hit the fork in the road, Aries. It's time. You cannot waste any more time. You have to keep moving forward. If numbers are your thing, 38 and 13 are your oracles. So that would be the number 4, which is stability, and again, an Aries number. 38 boils down to 11. You can look at that as twin flame or the number 2. So I do see you pairing up with something here that is very, very important. If we add those two together, we get 6. And 6 to me is a very godly number. It means you're on the path going in the right direction. So, I just see, it's not going to feel positive, Aries. It's just not going to feel positive right out of the gate. You are going to be filled with a lot of conflict, mental torture. Don't let that consume you. Don't get so stuck in your head that you miss out on the best thing that could ever happen to you, okay? My advice is keep moving forward. Be your true, authentic self. Don't let any naysayers stop you from moving in the direction that you need to move in. All right? Please comment if any of this resonated with you, or if you have additional questions. I would be happy to try to help answer those for you or give you a little more clarification. And also please subscribe and like, so that it does help the channel reach other people who may really need this message. There could be several Aries out there who need to hear this because of conflict that they're going through. And by liking and subscribing, you could be helping them get that message. Thank you, Aries. You have a great day.